Joining us in the WION studio, Lord Meghnad Desai, author and Professor Emeritus at the London School of Economics. Also with me is senior journalist Arun Anand. And we have with us from Bangalore, Dakshinamurty, also a senior journalist. Good evening to all of you. Lord Desai, is Sadhvi Pragya Thakur going to be the BJP's costliest mistake in this election?
Absolutely. And I hope and pray that she doesn't get elected. Because if she does get elected, she'll be in more trouble. And this is a person who cannot be controlled. You know, remember how Arun Kejriwal used to be. You know, but he was a leader. But I think this woman just doesn't know when to shut up. And every political party has to have some discipline. And I'm glad that BJP has moved, maybe with 24-hour delay, but they have moved and dissociated. Because, you know, there are some things which you don't mess with. Gandhi is one of them. Just leave Gandhi alone. Don't mess with him.
And she's not saying this for effect, Arun Anand. When you hear her speak, you know that she believes all of this and she's saying it with full conviction. And then she apologizes because the party asks her to. Did the BJP not think this through?
No, I think, you know, sometimes there are motor mouths in every political party. And she has not been a hardcore politician. So she doesn't know actually what kind of impact her statements would make. She's not a seasoned politician. I am not defending it. I am saying what she has said is absolutely wrong. It is indefensible. So, I think largely it has come not out of any sheer plan or this thing. It's her spontaneous reaction. This is probably what she thought. But now the BJP has disassociated with itself. And as Lord Desai was saying that I think they have done a wise thing. They have tried to control the damage, but some damage has definitely been done.
Dakshinamurty, Pragya Thakur was trouble to start with. She may not be a seasoned politician, but she was also always a magnet for controversy. The BJP knew it, and yet they fielded her in Bhopal. Do you think they miscalculated the damage she could do?
Yes, in fact, when she was named a candidate for Bhopal, it was very surprising that, you know, they had to choose her because that is one thing. And then the second point is that there has always been a strand in the BJP and the Sangh Parivar, you know, where people are convinced about what Pragya Thakur is saying. So that is why you have this chorus that follows her, you know, from Anand Kumar Hegde or Nalin Kumar Patil. They believe that, you know, Gandhi was, you know, didn't do things right, and, you know, that somebody like Godse was not just an assassin, and etc. And, you know, in fact, last year, if you remember, on the day when Gandhi was assassinated, that is the anniversary, somebody, you know, in Bhopal, you know, tried shooting a picture of Gandhi, and, you know, it caused a controversy. So it's a deeper problem than what we think. And this is what Sadhvi says is kind of just a reflection of that.
So then, the Hegdes and the Katils of the world, these are the leaders, but I'm sure there are people out there who subscribe to this point of view. Do you think that this is part of a plan to consolidate that very extreme right vote?
Well, I think if it is, they'll have to go somewhere else. BJP will have to get rid of them. Because, you know, if BJP is seriously going to be a natural ruling party of India, certain kind of extreme right-wing attitude has got to be thrown out. I mean, yes, they're a right-wing party, yes, they're a Hindu nationalist party, but there are limits to what Indian people will tolerate. And I think, you know, insulting Gandhi is one of those things which just should not be done. I think what BJP needs to do is all its new candidates ought to get a little bit of course in how to behave in public, because, you know, the same thing has happened in Delhi with Gautam Gambhir. You know, you have to train these people how to behave when they're fighting an election. You know, this is not a private...
or Sunny Deol.
So, and Sunny Deol.
Who says, I don't know anything about politics.
Exactly. I mean, they have to be coached.
Right. Throughout this 5-year term, a lot of work has been done, but there have been controversies as well. And when such controversies arose, the explanation was that this is the fringe. So the likes of Pragya Thakur being given a ticket is mainstreaming of the fringe. What is the message that was being sent out?
No, see, you have to understand the fact. First, let me correct what my friend and fellow panelist, Mr. Dakshinamurty, was saying, that the RSS and the BJP always had a section of people who favored this view. No, that is not the case. RSS has been on the record saying that they had condemned it. In fact, I just want to put for the record a fact. Since 1925, when the RSS inception happened, never ever this has happened that for 13 days all the RSS shakhas were closed after Mahatma Gandhi's assassination to express grief. And then Sardar Patel is on record saying that RSS had no role to play and that controversy is over. So it's, you know, sometimes when you make such allegations against, it gives, you know, a kind of encouragement to what you call the fringe elements to come out with these kind of statements. You have to understand also that Sadhvi Pragya Thakur was made a candidate not because they wanted to. She is symbolizes that how the UPA had created a false bogey of Hindu terror. That was the stand which BJP had taken. So she was the best candidate, especially to put across Digvijay Singh. Because, you know, these are moves which galvanize the workers. Now, yes, it has partly backfired. No doubt about that. But the whole idea behind bringing Sadhvi Pragya Thakur was because she was the mascot of that false strategy or that false bogey of terror which was created. So that was the whole idea behind it.
K.S. Dakshinamurty, do you agree with this, that the BJP was trying to make a limited point against the concept of Hindu terror that was floated by the UPA government, but it seems to have snowballed into something much bigger that the party is now trying to contain?
See, we are not here talking about facts. In the sense, I'm not trying to say that the BJP, supported the assassination. I'm not saying anything of that kind. What I'm basically trying to say is that there is an element, there's a fringe element already in the BJP RSS, which definitely holds this view. For instance, you have somebody like Anand Hegde who said that the constitution must be changed. Now, he said that in the previous term, but then he's got back his ticket and is contesting again. So it basically, casts doubt on the sincerity of the BJP RSS leadership, whether they really want people who are moderates and whether it is a definitive plan to have a set of people who are rabid.